Hello Divine Lovelies, and welcome to Shelter for My Soul. Welcome to part 2 of what I guess is now a series on celebrity twin flames. Yeah, I ended the other one and just felt the need to just jump straight into the second one. I didn't, when I was kind of talking about fans at the end of the last one, I didn't say specifically that not all fans have their idols, their idol, your divine masculine's best interests at heart. I was in the last bit. I was definitely concentrating on those who I consider true fans, and the divine feminines as a fan as well. And this is a, fans are actually a huge part of this, and it's almost like saying, yeah, he comes with a lot of baggage. No, but it's a huge sea of energy to try and navigate through, and it's, for most of us, I think it's quite difficult to kind of know, how much to get involved, how much to step back, who to make friends with, who not to trust. Will they accept us? Won't they? And again, it's different. Again, it's something we all kind of come at kind of different way depending on if we were involved beforehand, or if afterwards we discover the connections and we kind of want to get involved, or whatever that may be. I'm someone who is kind of known to fans, is involved a bit in that fan club. I kind of go in and out of it, just kind of, just trying to kind of read the energies, where they're coming from. I don't exactly know, but I just know when's a time to pull back, and when's to kind of get in amongst the crowd a bit more. A lot of the time I do feel guided by my DM when I feel that I should engage in some way or not. Sometimes I'm not sure where the ideas come from, but just if it's my gut feeling, I just kind of go with it. There's been at times where there's been some paranoia that, oh my god, everybody knows. They must somehow be able to tune in, to read my mind, to read his mind, whatever. In my situation, I know that this is, again, not going to fit for everyone, but I really don't think anyone's paying any attention to me. They're just too busy focusing on themselves and their connection, or in relation, to my DM. It's just the two of them. That's just their focus. I know. I know that for some, and I have actually heard from other divine feminines where they feel that there are individuals who are actually specifically seeking them out because they possibly have some understanding about the twin flame dynamics, and I can completely believe that. There may be some tuning into something, but they may not be aware of, not necessarily in this situation, but kind of across the board. Just not sure kind of what they're tuning into, but it causes some kind of reaction, whether it's positive or not. Okay, I didn't realize this is going to be a video kind of about my stuff, but that's fine. I feel comfortable enough to kind of say that. to talk about these things. I know that my DMs sometimes can. Is the word kind of like? Is it use? Okay, this is going to sound a bit wrong. Okay, just backtrack a bit. Kind of influence them in a way, kind of, you know, they will often, sometimes there'll be fans who will just suddenly say something, and whether it's directly to me or not, or however it's presented, whether it's written or actually verbally said, and I just know that that's my DM trying to get a message to me. Yeah, so what I was going to say before is like use them, like possess them, and kind of use them as vessels to do his work. I definitely feel there is an element of that. I feel it's those who have like a true connection, and I do. You know, there are loads of different types of connections, not just twin flames. A higher self connection, and I do feel that there are a lot of fans who have a higher self connection to my DM, and I feel he's very open to that. And I don't feel anyone's. There's no kind of breaching of boundaries or whatever there. I mean, this is yeah, I'm talking about kind of true fans who really do love him and care for him and really connect with him as an artist and as a man, you know, as a beautiful human being, and everything he has to offer. I find that side of things quite interesting. He's quite busy in the old 5D, so that perhaps that's why sometimes he doesn't get around to visiting me. No, I used I used to feel a lot more of like a telepathic connection that I haven't so recently, kind of in the very early stages of what I refer to as activation. I felt there was a very, very strong telepathic connection, like I could literally read his mind, as well as quite a lot of kind of I guess they're you can call them mental projections, like a lot of conversations, images, ideas that I felt he was sending to me. And I wonder is it just me, or is that something he can project to others, or I don't know how they receive it, perhaps just how I receive it, perhaps that is exclusively a twin flame thing, I'm not sure. Anyway, but like the rest of you, how much he's aware of that and what he's doing, I still don't know. But for us, things, I would like to say they've kind of evolved in a way, and to be honest, that would if that continued with that kind of urgency and frequency, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I'd probably be in a mental institution by now. So I think I don't know for the rest of you if you experienced that or how long that went on for. Perhaps that could qualify as the time when you lovely ladies feel you're going crazy. It is kind of like another voice in your head. But that kind of evolved into more kind of signs and synchronicities and messages and interaction in dreams. Kind of going off what I was originally going to talk about, but just kind of feel I needed to kind of bring that in. Now there's two ways I could go with this, but I'm going to go back to kind of what I was talking about with fans. Fans who really don't have the best intentions, and perhaps have their own agendas, or whatever it is, whatever the reason, that they feel the need to spend time, energy and money concentrating on our DMs. I'm not not to say I'm not sure, but it's difficult to kind of generalize that, because I think we all have kind of our own situations, and I think I think with that it's probably better that kind of each bring our own stories in. If anyone wants to share their story but doesn't wants to do it anonymously, I'm happy to kind of share their story in a video, whatever they feel comfortable kind of saying, and how much they want to share. That's not a problem. Yeah, it's it's a tricky one. Okay, so how do we deal with people who go out of their way to abuse our DMs and just seem to just be nasty and bastards, basically. It's a bit it's a bit of I don't know whether it's necessarily a modern thing, but it's just it just seems a lot more common because celebrities are a lot more easily accessible these days. So I'll just share an experience I had with you. So I just pop that down there. I'm holding this crystal. It's helping me. This beautiful piece of fluorite. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. But I'll just put it down there. And what I find interesting about this, and I didn't think kind of too much about it until I was kind of working through what I needed to make these videos. The fact that for some reason I needed to witness these two incidences. So I've had, I'm lucky enough, I guess you could look lucky enough to have had some 3D interaction with my DM. More than once we've kind of ended up in a space, in a room, kind of like together, and there's not many other people around. Again, like, I'm extremely grateful, but at the same time extremely frustrating, because the individuals that kind of were around had like really weird had really weird energy, and I'll kind of explain that now. And I'm not sure exactly I kind of know why we needed to have those encounters at those specific times, but I'm not sure why it needed to involve these other individuals with these certain attitudes and energies, and why I needed to witness this. This is something that I'm sure that after this video I'll be looking into a bit more. Okay. So I actually witnessed a supposed fan. I'm not sure, it was one or two ladies. I know there was definitely one lady who had this great big mouth on her. So I witnessed basically verbally abuse my DM in a public place and in my presence. That was quite unexpected. I definitely did not expect the kind of anger that came from her, and I was quite shocked, and he just kind of turned around and walked away, didn't engage with it at all. And I was thinking, wow, that was handled quite well. That was the first one, and the second one just happened again to be kind of alone in this space, and I hadn't seen my DM yet. I didn't realize that I would soon be in the same space as him. I didn't realize he was actually there, and I just there was a couple, I think, and there was a man and a woman, and this woman was just saying, she was just acting really crazy. I can't recall exactly what she said, but saying these quite nasty things, and I didn't know who she was talking about at first, but then I realized she was talking about my DM, and I was thinking, well, that's a bit harsh. Like where did that come from? What is the point of that? Like, what has he ever done to you? Especially considering the setting that was in. Wow, you really paid money and put in time and efforts to come and just like abuse him, like in both situations. Anyway, and then I kind of witnessed that, and then it just happened that that I almost bumped into my DM straight after that. That time he seemed a bit more distressed. I don't know if there was a previous kind of altercation with this couple. That's what it kind of sounded like, or whatever it was. But anyway, that's as far as I know, they're the main experiences. Well, definitely my DM is DM. My my DM has had, and also that I've been a part of, and for some reason, as I've said, had to witness. And it's, yeah, I thought I was the only one who basically gets constantly verbally abused by people for like no reason. But maybe this is, maybe this is something where we are quite similar. Something that unfortunately, because of our vibration, we both attract. Something that, we both have to work through individually, but also to help each other. Perhaps it was preparing me for what's to come. It's like, it's something that perhaps just will never be avoidable, and perhaps I think on the scale that I receive it is quite intense and hard to deal with. I don't know, perhaps this is showing me, well, that's actually nothing, because unfortunately this is something that's that's going to be part of the lifestyle. Again, this, are you prepared for the actual lifestyle that's going to be presented to you? And you know, it's the highs and the lows, the good and the bad. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going over these incidents in my mind now and thinking, is this some of the detail that I wasn't aware of? It's quite shocking, right? Really shocking. And I actually feel that this could be the end of part 2. Because yeah, I've got a lot covered. It's like an hour now. Perhaps I should have made the first video in 2 parts, but anyway, no, I should have just let it flow. So this is kind of like the kind of afterthought. So I'm going to stop this now, and thank you so much for bearing with me through this one. If you didn't have a chance to watch your beloved, whatever format he presents himself in before, make sure you do it now. And just connect with him, letting go of all the fear and doubts and worries, and just know that it's the right thing, and that it makes perfect sense, and that you're not the one that's crazy, to everyone else that's crazy. So until next time, lovelies, take care, and I will see you all soon.